This is some hardcore Eric stuff. Eric has decided that it's a good idea to wear sandals out on the sand dunes and not get sand in your shoes.
They're called sandals, Katie.
Yeah, true.
We looking good.
We are looking strange.
I'm going to walk out of that area without a set of shoes full of sand, so I'm sorry. Like, this is intelligent.
But your feet are going to be covered in sand.
Yeah, I know. There's a foot bath over there. You can wash them off.
It's going to be cold.
Oh, it's going to be cold, baby.
Aww. That took about 2 seconds to be fully impressed. We came over the crest of the hill, and then bam, you are in the desert. It is strikingly weird. And I really just feel like somebody dumped a whole bunch of sand here. Like, this is weird. It shouldn't be here.
Like, besides the river. It's
yes.
like a person.
Yes. I'm suspicious of the river as well. I don't know. But it's bizarre. It's strange. It's weird. It's massive. And very cool. Can't wait to walk around in this. But also, in the far distance, you can see a mountain. And spoiler alert, that's day 3 of the Tottori trip. It looks really big, it looks very encompassing, but there's about a 60-minute walk that you can take around the dunes. And in that time, you'll see different formations that are happening within the dunes because certain areas are treated different ways by the wind. The first one that we're coming across, they call it the wind ripple. And it just makes a little ripple in the sand. We walked over here and I thought, well, maybe it's just not happening right now or something, and then bam, it was right in front of us.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, can different seasons and stuff create different things?
Yeah, and if the wind changes it in one direction, is it not there for a day or two or something like that, you know? This all seems like stuff we don't understand.
We are up on Umanose, which is the horse's back. And I'm just going to assume that it's like being named geographically. Like, it looks kind of like the horse's back. You know what I mean?
Geographically?
Like the shape of it or whatever. It's like, there's not an actual horse here.
Contextually, I might go with contextually, but geographically, I don't think that's the word we're looking for here. But yeah, contextually, it looks like a pony.
So, you know those things that explain different ecosystems, and it's like a map, like a cartoon map that they draw, and it's like, this is like a forest and this is an ocean area, but they use like the more sciencey words.
Tundra.
Yeah, tundra, the tundra. And then this is like the desert, and then this is not a wadi. What are they called in English?
Oasis.
Oasis. I feel like we're looking at one of those right now because behind us we got an ocean and we're standing in a desert, and I can see forests.
And the mountain is the tundra.
And yeah, the mountain has got like snow on it, and it looks like the Matterhorn or something from a distance.
And then we got the forest over there. Yes, you're right. We're in one of them.
And then
wow.
There's like down here, there's a little oasis. I really feel like I'm looking at one of those cartoon maps right now.
We're in the cartoon map. I'm glad you painted that for me. This is awesome. Are we some dumbasses or what? What is going on here? Why has he decided to go down the steepest part of the dune? I am lost.
You got this. You can do it.
I can walk over there. Look at his friend. Just sitting there like, I don't know about this, Takeshi.
He's being peer pressured hardcore.
Watch out there. Oh, it looks like a rock, but it's sand.
Well, that's really strange.
Wow. Can sand make rocks?
I think it's the opposite.
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Squish. I destroyed a rock. I think that everybody does this, but when it's like fall time or like later in the year and you see like a leaf that's on the ground and you're coming up to it, you're just walking and you're thinking about how crunchy is that leaf. And you get really excited and you put your foot on it and then you crunch into it. If it's crunchy, it's a really exciting time. If it's not crunchy, it's not that great. But this is similar to that, and it's always great because you already know it's gonna crumble beneath your feet. So you're not having that crunch gamble.
Today is December 6th, and I'm feeling pretty blessed about the weather that we're getting from this particular experience. Because it's not hot, because this would be terrible if it was really hot. There was a sign inside like the museum thing that said it can get like 50 degrees, like the surface. which is like, that's too hot, y'all.
Yeah.
And also you could be in situations where it's really cold. There is sometimes snow on these dunes, which might be a cool thing to see, but it wouldn't be a great thing to trample across, like muddy, like sandy snow.
I came for the snow, or I came for the sand, not the snow. I was seeing pictures of that and I would have been disappointed.
It would be cool to see it, but not only if you like lived in the area and you know what I mean, you had access to it like other times. And then the most important one that Katie pointed out that we're not having to contend with is wind. It's no wind, zero.
There's zero wind.
There's zero wind, and this would be really, really gnarly if it was really windy, because you'd get sand all up in your face and like all over your gear and everything. So if you're going to come, like December 6th every year, I think is probably the year to aim for, or the date to aim for. because on December 6th, the weather here is perfect.
Some person has come out here and declared, you being that person, that on the one day, December 6th, that you've been
I've
here.
never been here on a December 6th where the weather sucked.
True.
Never.
It is a certainty based on one thing. I'm trying to find some volcanic ash. It's out here. They've noted it on the map. But it is not a recommend, so
Ooh.
yeah.
Maybe take a pass.
No, I'm gonna walk over there. Turns out all these rocks I've been crushing are a formation of sand that's called a sand spout. We don't fully understand how it's formed because the translation in here is not very good, but it involves fine silted sand being on top of other sand. And that's all we know. And I'm gonna crush some more of them and probably feel a little bad about it because it'll happen again, right?
It seems like when it was steeper, they were bigger, and it's kind of leveling out now. They become a little smaller. So that's a thing that's happened. That's additional information. I don't know why.
We've just sussed out.
Some people might be concerned walking around out here in the desert that you're going to like see a mirage of a mermaid or something and wander in that direction and get lost forever and then not have any food, but don't worry about us. I came prepared. I got some gummy and some emergency peanuts. This not only is going to keep us alive, but we're not going to have to eat Calorie Mate, which is probably the only thing we could find out here since it's made of sand. Other thing of note is that there's these poles that are going to help you from getting distracted and lost, because they've got a map with a grid system on top of it that explains kind of where you are at. And this is probably the best addressing system I've ever seen in Japan, because it actually makes logical sense. So whatever they're doing out here, there's no houses or anything. The mailman doesn't have to deliver here. But if you need to find specific coordinates or whatever, or maybe if you get lost or something and you have to call the authorities, you can be like, I'm at J10. Please come pick me up. And then the helicopter come and take you out. And they probably have Calorie Mate on board for people that are dying of hunger. But
they just put the sand in your mouth directly.
Yeah, you could just eat the sand. It's a good point. But yeah, this is a cool marker system. They're actually a little hard to see from a distance. Like we were like, well, okay, what is that? And then we're like walking. I'm seeing another one now. Maybe they're easier to see. There's another one there. Maybe they're easier to see than I think.
They're the same color as the sand, dude.
They are.
It could be any other color.
They could, if they had made them like bright orange or something, it might have killed the ambiance though. You know what I mean? Like it just have like this like a traffic cone or something. That'd be no good. I think that they've done the right thing. And I mean, realistically, you're not really going to get lost out here, because I mean, like the ocean is that way and the not ocean is that way. You walk 5 minutes and you're safe. We've encountered some water a couple days ago in this area. I believe it rained, because when I arrived in Tottori yesterday, the ground was wet. So I don't know if this is always flowing through the sand like this, but at the moment it is. And I guess, like, you know, all the water gets collected and then soaks down and then goes out. I don't think this is like a spring coming up out of the ground. My guess would be that this is rainwater. So it's not going to be like at that wadi we saw in Oman. You could like dig into the ground and like spring water would come up and then fill up this beautiful wadi. And this rock is also excreting water, and you can see it. Just look at this. It's just soaking out of the ground. This literally is just coming out of the sand. If I dig it back, more comes out. It's not the same type of thing. This to me, it feels more like a rainwater type, and it just kind of goes down into a small area and then just disappears back into the sand. So the question that I have is, why is it coming out here and then going back down like into the ground? It's like almost like a reverse tunnel in a way, where it's been underground and then it's reversed up into the not underground, the above ground, and then going back underneath. So I wonder if there's like a different geological structure or something underneath. Like, I use the word geological for words I don't know what they actually mean. I don't know the real word. So it makes me wonder what's happening here.
There's actual vegetation out here in the sand dunes and the deserty sand dunes out here. And we just noticed that there are some like very slender pieces of grass that are just poking out of the ground. And when the wind decides to whip them around, they make a circular indentation in the sand below them. It's really unreal looking.
It's like crop circles, but not made by aliens. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're looking for volcanic ash that is exposed here. And we found this strange thing that kind of is like a gradient of the rainbow. Like, it starts with a very kind of dark, kind of purpley red here, and then goes down into a green at the edge. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but it looks really cool. Regardless of what it is, it's not sand.
When I was thinking of like volcanic ash, I was thinking of something that would be loose rather than something that would be compounded like a rock and hard, but I guess it could be like this.
So,
and I mean, it says it's from like 55,000 years ago, so that would probably not be loose.
Yeah, it probably would have floated away. Nonetheless, whatever it is, it's very cool.
When you think of a desert, you think of like nothing, like the absence of stuff. But this is very different than that. There's a lot. Like when you get down and like look at like little things and stuff, I think we might be coming up to an area.
Oh, this is a very dead end.
We are not going to be able to do this.
Oh man.
It's like, it's hard to show. Like, this is just basically straight down. We have come to the edge of the road there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go this way. So a lot of times you think like deserts don't have anything, like arid nothingness.
Yeah.
But if you zoom down to like a certain level or whatever, you start finding things even when there's tons of nothing. And in this case, just because, and I don't know, I don't think all deserts, we've been to other deserts and I've never seen so much diversity in an area that is so like small. I think we can go down here now.
Yeah, this looks a lot less
treacherous,
scary.
And it's just the compactness of it, but it's still nice and spread out, is really captivating. This is one of the coolest things I've seen in Japan, and as far as I know, this is the only place in Japan that has anything that's even remotely like this.
Yeah, nobody's ever said sand dune and not said tottori.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I was actually a little concerned that it would just be a couple of little boring lumps or whatever, but it's incredibly interesting.
It's huge, and I'm sitting here like, man, I didn't get to see all the stuff I want, but I'm real hungry now.
Yeah.
So,
well, we got those gummies. There's only one left.
Didn't you just open them like 3 minutes ago?
Yeah, do you want it? It's
no,
great.
You can have it.
Come on, man, you good? You got the emergency peanuts, or are you gonna have to call the helicopter for the calorie mate?
I don't like that grape smell. Something is turning my stomach about it right now.
I don't know. I'll eat the last one. I'm feeling a little weird having spoken with even a little bit of authority about where that water was coming from.
Geological formations.
Yeah, about geological where that water was coming from, because I really don't have an idea. It could be coming from a spring. And there's another area that has got more greenery around it that has more vigorous flow of water. It's not like, terrifyingly vigorous. It's still a trickle, but it's more of a trickle that goes down into a little pond area that, based on pictures that we've seen, looks like it can fill up to different levels. It seems kind of low right now.
Yeah, a bit of a puddle at the moment.
To me, again, because that is varying in height, that would mean rainwater, right? Because if it was a consistent source from underneath the earth, it wouldn't change with like different environmental factors, right? Am I crazy?
But the water that's underneath the earth also comes from the rain.
Yeah. Dang it. Stupid water. Our pamphlet, they've only given us, or I guess we only took the one that was in English, and the translations on it are not informative. And there's areas out here that they haven't covered yet. on the pamphlet at all.
And they
so.
really didn't get into this trickle that I'm very, very interested in.
Yeah. Where's all this water coming from? But yeah, I think we're headed out now, at least out of the dunes area.
Out's a real long way away, dude. It is uphill the entire way.
It's just like 5-10 minutes, we'll be okay.
I think that's true, but damn.
But yeah, I just want to like reiterate, this is one of the coolest things I've seen in Japan, like especially as far as like natural things go. This is like just the uniqueness of it makes coming all the way out to Tottori. I'm already like, yeah, this was worth it. Like, we've just started the trip, and I'm like, yep,
yeah, that
this
was one of the
good.
major reasons that I thought to myself, well, you know, we could go and hit it on the way back. I was like, no, that's the thing you're going there for. You go directly there.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, I mean, it's December 6th, so we were guaranteed good weather.
Yeah, true. The lure is true.
We are up on Ume. This is a highlight from a video series we filmed in Tottori, Japan. Check out the full thing linked on screen and down below. Likes, comments, subscribes, and shares help us out and are super appreciated. More on the way soon.